Welcome to Easy English Talks podcast and Eliges instance of easing and need English treatmenter. Hi everyone, I'm so happy you're here. In this podcast, I will share simple, useful, and everyday English sentences with you. These sentences are easy to understand and perfect for daily conversations. I will speak slowly and clearly to help you learn better. Let's improve your English step by step together. Thank you for listening. Let's get started.
Hello everyone and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine and we're shoe shopping again.
That's right, we are going shoe shopping, but this time it's a little bit more complicated because we're getting women's shoes.
That's right. So there are so many different kinds of women's shoes. I'm not even sure I know them all myself, but in this intermediate level lesson, we're going to cover some of the basics for you.
That's right. So before we jump into this dialogue, we have a word that we want to preview with you today, and let's take a look at it now on Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
Listen and repeat. Shoes, shoes. High heels, high heels. Sneakers, sneakers. Sandals, sandals. Boots, boots. Flats, flats. Size, size. Price, price. Colour, colour. Black, black. Red, red. White, white. Comfortable, comfortable. Stylish, stylish. Cheap, cheap. Expensive, expensive. Try on, try on. Fit, fit. Tight, tight. Loose, loose. Soft, soft. Leather, leather. Sale, sale. Discount, discount. New, new. Favorite, favorite. Fashion, fashion. Shopping, shopping. Cashier, cashier. Customer, customer.
Okay, so we're shopping today for a certain kind of shoe. It's not a sports shoe, it's a dress shoe.
Okay, that kind of doesn't make sense because a dress is a noun, a shoe is a noun. And so you want to get a shoe that's a dress?
No. A dress shoe is a style of shoe. It means shoes that you wear when you're wearing fancy clothes.
So it's kind of like a formal shoe. A dress shoe is for a shoe, a type of shoe that would go well with a dress.
That's right, not sneakers. But don't be fooled. This is not about dresses because men can wear dress shoes too.
That's right.
It means shoes you would wear to a conference or to a wedding or to church. So these are things that are a little bit fancier than everyday shoes.
Okay, awesome. So we're shopping for a dress shoe, and there are so many types and styles of shoes for women. So why don't we listen to our dialogue for the first time, and we'll be back in a second.
Hi, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a dress shoe. My usual pair that I've had for years have finally been stretched out of shape. They don't provide any support anymore.
Sure. What kind of shoe are you looking for?
We've got strappy sandals, sleek high heels, edgy pumps. If you're looking for something a little more practical, we've got Mary Janes, ballerinas.
Show me some classic high heels, please.
Okay, right this way. What color did you have in mind?
Black. Classic.
Of course, we've got this style here that is very popular. Because it's an open-toe shoe, you can wear it any time of the year. They look great on everyone.
Too shiny. And I wear pantyhose with my shoes, so let's look for a closed-toe shoe.
Okay, these are a very nice pair of leather shoes with a 2-inch heel, so they are very comfortable.
I don't like the pointed toes. Let me take a look at what else you have. Too high. That one looks like the back would cut into my heel. I have a high instep, so I doubt that one would fit properly. I don't want bows. I find slingbacks very uncomfortable. Those might as well be stilettos. Too modern. Ah, finally! This is what I'm looking for.
What size?
7.5.
Here we are. How does it fit?
Not good. They're too tight. The length is right, but the shoe is too narrow and it's pinching my toes. And there'd be no room for my insoles. You know what? I don't think I have the patience for this today. They just don't make shoes like they used to. I'll come back another time.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
All right, we're back. So a lot of shoe styles, as you noticed, a lot of them are very, I don't know, I don't even know what they are. So why don't we try and explain them now on Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
So the first kind of shoe we've got here is very popular in the summer. It's called a strappy sandal.
A strappy sandal. So we know what a sandal is.
Yep.
It's kind of like what you wear to the beach. It's a shoe that it doesn't really cover your whole foot, just the bottom.
It's very open.
Mm-hmm. And well, what about strappy?
Strappy comes from the word strap. So strap is like a thin piece of fabric or leather that connects other pieces. And so a strappy sandal means that it's got many of these different little straps on it, many lines everywhere that connect it. So it's very open. It's made of many different thin pieces.
Okay, good. So we have a strappy sandal, basically a sandal with many straps. And well, she went on to describe sleek high heel. So this is a two-part thing here. Sleek is an adjective, which basically means really cool looking.
Or more like it's pretty and fancy and usually sleek things are also kind of simple. Like a Jaguar is a very sleek car.
Okay. And so this is the adjective to describe the high heels. So we have high heels.
Okay, we have high heels that are kind of fancy shoe. Basically, these are shoes that are not flat. So the heel is very tall.
That's right. So basically, this is what a lot of women wear with dresses. Basically, the heel has a piece that kind of sticks out and makes the woman look taller. So basically, it's like they're walking on the tips of their toes the entire time.
Right, and they make click, clack, click, clack.
Exactly.
They make that sound. But there are different kinds of heels, okay? High heels obviously means that they're tall. You can have low heels, too. Those are shorter.
Okay.
But high heels, there are different kinds. One kind is pumps.
Pumps, okay? In the dialogue, we actually saw the salesman describe them as edgy pumps. So edgy, what does edgy mean, though?
Edgy means cool or hip.
All right.
So young people like to wear edgy clothes, like rock and roll kind of clothes. Not so much older people.
Okay. And pumps are a type of high heel, you say, but what is the difference?
Well, pumps basically are the kind of simple heel that a woman will wear with a pantsuit or with a skirt to the office. And so they usually have a closed toe and they're quite simple heels.
Okay. And the opposite, or well, maybe a little bit different from pumps, would be stilettos.
So stilettos are a very special kind of heel. Stiletto. It refers basically to the difference in the the back of the shoe where you have the heel, because sometimes heels are kind of thick and heavy and they make the clunk clunk sound.
Right.
But stilettos are very, very, very thin and very, very tall.
Okay. So stiletto heels. I think it's probably easier to walk with pumps rather than stilettos, right?
Stilettos are famous for being very, very hard to walk in. It's almost like the back of your heel is a chopstick.
Wow. I cannot imagine doing that. All right, so this is the classification of our high heels. Why don't we move on now to Mary Jane's?
Okay, so we've got high heels and heels, but we also have flats. These are flat shoes. So one important kind of flat is a Mary Jane. Sounds like a name, right?
Yeah, it is a name, right? Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
So what type of shoe is this?
This is basically usually a leather shoe, but it can be different materials. And it's round in the front, and it has one strap, and they're very cute.
Okay.
Usually
okay.
little girls wear Mary Janes, but they're pretty popular these days with older people too.
Okay. So they're round in the front. They are usually black, and they have one little strap that goes over the top of your foot. Mary Jane's. Okay. All right. So we've taken a look at Mary Jane's. Now moving on to, I think it's a similar type of shoe, ballerina shoes.
Well, ballerina shoes are similar because they're flat, but
Right.
that's about it. Ballerina shoes are very, very thin. They're very, very weak. And usually they're pretty simple. They're pink or white or black. And they're almost like a slipper.
Okay. So they don't have the strap on top.
No, they're stretchy and you just slide them onto your foot. It's named after dancers, ballerinas. You know, the dancers who
Right.
wear pink and they put their hair up and they spin around. And they're not hard on the bottom. They're usually quite soft and they're always flat.
So maybe these ballerina shoes, they're not the specific types of shoes for dancing if you're a ballerina.
Right.
But maybe they're more adequate for maybe walking around the house or something. You don't really go out hiking with ballerina shoes.
No, you don't go out hiking, but they're very popular to wear now to school or work.
Okay. And the other type of shoes that we had, actually, this was really confusing to me. Slingback shoes.
Well, slingbacks can be hard because they can be heels. They could be pumps, but it basically refers to a part of the shoe. So normal shoes, they cover the back of your foot, but slingbacks have one strap in the back. So maybe if I look at my foot in a slingback, I can see part of my heel.
Right. Okay, so slingbacks have a little strap on the back of your heel since the shoe doesn't close in the back.
Right.
Okay, but you also have high heels and women's shoes that don't close in the back, but that you don't have a strap in the back either, right?
Those are open shoes.
Open
so,
shoes.
yeah, they're open in the back. But a slingback, there's one strap that keeps your shoe on.
Okay, a lot of different types of shoes we've just taken a look at. Why don't we go back, listen to the dialogue again, and we'll be back shortly with Fluency Builder.
Hi, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a dress shoe. My usual pair that I've had for years have finally been stretched out of shape. They don't provide any support anymore.
Sure. What kind of shoe are you looking for? We've got strappy sandals, sleek high heels, edgy pumps. If you're looking for something a little more practical, we've got Mary Jane's, ballerinas.
Show me some classic high heels, please.
Okay, right this way. What color did you have in mind?
Black. Classic.
Of course, we've got this style here that is very popular. Because it's an open-toe shoe, you can wear it any time of the year. They look great on everyone.
Too shiny. And I wear pantyhose with my shoes, so let's look for a closed-toe shoe.
Okay, these are a very nice pair of leather shoes with a 2-inch heel, so they are very comfortable.
I don't like the pointed toes. Let me take a look at what else you have. Too high. That one looks like the back would cut into my heel. I have a high instep, so I doubt that one would fit properly. I don't want bows. I find slingbacks very uncomfortable. Those might as well be stilettos. Too modern. Finally! This is what I'm looking for.
What size?
7.5.
Here we are. How does it fit?
Not good. They're too tight. The length is right, but the shoe is too narrow and it's pinching my toes. And there'd be no room for my insoles. You know what? I don't think I have the patience for this today. They just don't make shoes like they used to. I'll come back another time.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
All right, we're back. So now let's take a look at 5 key things on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Listen and repeat. I'm looking for women's shoes. I'm looking for women's shoes. What size do you wear? What size do you wear? I wear size 7. I wear size 7. Do you have this in size 8? Do you have this in size 8? Can I try these on? Can I try these on? These shoes are too tight. These shoes are too tight. These are too big for me. These are too big for me. They fit perfectly. They fit perfectly. I love this style. I love this style. Do you have this in black? Do you have this in black? I like these heels. I like these heels. Are they comfortable? Are they comfortable? They are on sale. They are on sale. Is there a discount? Is there a discount? I want something cheaper. I want something cheaper. Can I pay by card? Can I pay by card? Where's the fitting room? Where's the fitting room? Do you have a bigger size? Do you have a bigger size? These are very stylish. These are very stylish. I'll take them. I'll take them.
Okay, well, the reason we're shopping today is because the woman needs a new pair of shoes because her old shoes can't be worn anymore. What's wrong with them, Marco?
She said that they were stretched out of shape.
Okay, so to stretch or to be stretched out, this means that maybe they've been pulled and worn and they're stretched so much that they don't have the original shape anymore.
Right. So just imagine you have a new t-shirt and all of a sudden somebody takes you from your t-shirt and pulls you really hard. And usually what happens is this t-shirt is going to be stretched out of shape. You pulled it so hard that it loses its original form. So now maybe the neck is very low or the t-shirt is too long on one side.
Right.
So that's what happens when you stretch something out of shape.
Great.
Okay.
So her old shoes are stretched out of shape and they don't provide support anymore.
Okay. So to provide support. Now, what kind of support is she referring to?
She's talking about foot support. So, for example, slippers are a kind of shoe, basically, that don't provide support. They're very soft. But can you walk around all day in slippers? No, it doesn't help your foot. But if you're trying to find shoes that are really good for walking, you need to find ones that provide support. That means that always support your foot, the bottom of your foot. Otherwise, your foot gets too tired.
Not only the bottom, but it could be also your ankle. For example, if you can't really go hiking with shoes like these, with sandals, because obviously you're walking around rocks and it doesn't provide support on your ankle. Maybe you can hurt your ankle if you don't have it.
So maybe a hiking boot will provide more support.
Exactly. All right. And then the woman also mentioned that, it's hard for her to find a shoe because she said, I have a high instep.
Okay, so think about the foot. You've got toes in the very front and a heel in the very back, but in the middle, on top, you have the instep. So this is basically the top of your foot.
Okay. So if she has a high instep, it means that her foot is kind of thick.
That's right. Some people have thin feet. She has kind of a thick foot. So fitting her foot into a shoe is sometimes hard.
Right. We're not talking about the width of the foot. We're talking about the height,
Like
or how tall it is.
From the bottom to the top of the foot.
Right. So that's what she means by high instep. And, they also mentioned different types of shoes. She said she didn't want an open-toe shoe. She wanted a closed-toe shoe.
That's right. So this is a really important classification for women's shoes, especially. Open toe means that the toe of the shoe, the very, very front, has a hole or an opening, so you can see the toes.
Right.
Closed toe is the opposite. So personally, in the wintertime, I always wear closed-toed shoes because I think open-toe shoes are too cold.
Too cold. Okay. So that's basically it. I guess men, we don't really have this type of shoe between open toe and closed toe.
No, maybe, no, you don't really. But heels, maybe, you could have an open toe. You can have an open toe shoe or a closed toed shoe.
Right, right. Okay. So a lot of interesting things. This is useful for women out there and also for boyfriends. Maybe now you know what type of shoe your girlfriend may want.
That's right.
All right. So let's listen to this dialogue for the last time and we'll be back shortly.
Hi, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a dress shoe. My usual pair that I've had for years have finally been stretched out of shape. They don't provide any support anymore.
Sure. What kind of shoe are you looking for? We've got strappy sandals, sleek high heels, edgy pumps. If you're looking for something a little more practical, we've got Mary Jane's, ballerinas.
Show me some classic high heels, please.
Okay, right this way. What color did you have in mind?
Black. Classic.
Of course, we've got this style here that is very popular. Because it's an open-toe shoe, you can wear it any time of the year. They look great on everyone.
Too shiny. And I wear pantyhose with my shoes, so let's look for a closed-toe shoe.
Okay, these are a very nice pair of leather shoes with a 2-inch heel, so they are very comfortable.
I don't like the pointed toes. Let me take a look at what else you have. Too high. That one looks like the back would cut into my heel. I have a high instep, so I doubt that one would fit properly. I don't want bows. I find slingbacks very uncomfortable. Those might as well be stilettos. Too modern. Ah, finally! This is what I'm looking for.
What size?
7.5.
Here we are. How does it fit?
Not good. They're too tight. The length is right, but the shoe is too narrow and it's pinching my toes. And there'd be no room for my insoles. You know what? I don't think I have the patience for this today. They just don't make shoes like they used to. I'll come back another time.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
All right, so talking about shoes, there's so many types, and I think women are notoriously famous for having a lot of shoes. Why is this?
Some women are. Some women aren't. It depends on the person. But part of the problem, as you said earlier, is that there's so many different kinds of women's shoes that now we expect women to have a different pair of shoes for every different occasion. Work shoes, hiking shoes, running shoes, wedding shoes.
Right.
I don't know, summer shoes, winter shoes, fall shoes. So you need so many different kinds of shoes. You end up buying many different kinds.
I think that that's true, and also basically, women like to look nice, so that's why, you do your makeup, you have earrings, and they have nice bags. So I guess it's also part of it is that you pay more attention to what type of shoe you're wearing that maybe goes well with the outfit. I think maybe guys, not all guys obviously, as well as not all women, but guys are a little bit more generic. Because like jeans pretty much go well with any type of shoe as long as it's maybe black or brown, right? Or something like this.
True. Although I know a lot of guys who have many different kinds of shoes.
True. It takes up a lot of space in the closet as well.
It does. Shoes are hard to carry around.
And actually, I find it kind of hard to get rid of my shoes. I think they have to be ripped or just completely unwearable in order for me to throw a shoe away, because otherwise it's still, you can still wear it sometimes on the weekends.
No, that's true. Although I tend to wear my shoes down. That means I wear them until they die.
Really?
And
Actually,
then I throw them away.
I've had shoes that I've worn the soles down, and then I just get the sole changed because I like the shoe so much.
Oh. Well, let us know. Do you guys like to buy shoes? Do you have a lot of shoes? Maybe you don't have that many shoes. We're curious to know about this in other cultures as well, because I know in the States, in the United States, shoe shopping is very, very popular.
In Holland, they have traditional wooden shoes.
Yeah, they do. Those are called clogs.
Clogs. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Shoes. Meaning, something you wear on your feet. Example, I need new shoes for work. High heels. Meaning, shoes with tall heels usually worn by women. Example, she wore red high heels to the party. Sneakers. Meaning, comfortable shoes for walking or sports. Example, I wear sneakers every day. Sandals. Meaning, open shoes for warm weather. Example, I like wearing sandals in the summer. Boots. Meaning, shoes that cover the ankle or higher. Example, my winter boots are very warm. Flats. Meaning, women's shoes with no heels. Example, flats are comfortable for walking. Size. meaning how big or small something is. Example, what shoe size do you wear? Price, meaning how much something costs. Example, the price is too high. Color, meaning the appearance like red, blue, or green. Example, I want these shoes in a different color. Black, meaning a dark color. Example, I always buy black shoes. Red, meaning a bright color like fire. Example, she bought red sandals for summer. White, meaning the color of snow or milk. Example, white shoes look clean and fresh. Comfortable, meaning easy to wear, not painful. Example, these shoes are very comfortable. Stylish, meaning modern and fashionable. Example, your boots are really stylish. Cheap, meaning not expensive. Example, these flats were cheap but nice. Expensive, meaning costs a lot of money. Example, designer shoes are very expensive. Try on, meaning to wear something to see if it fits. Example, can I try on these shoes, please? Fit, meaning to be the right size. Example, these shoes don't fit me. Tight, meaning too small or not comfortable. Example, the boots are too tight on my feet. Loose, meaning too big, not tight. Example, these sandals feel loose. Soft, meaning not hard, gentle to touch. Example, I love how soft the inside of the shoe feels. Leather, meaning material made from animal skin. Example, these leather shoes are high quality. Sale, meaning a time when things are sold for less money. Example, these shoes are on sale today. Discount, meaning a lower price than usual. Example, do you give a discount for students? New, meaning not used or old. Example, I bought a new pair of shoes yesterday. Favorite, meaning the one you like best.
In this episode, we will learn how to talk about buying women's shoes in English. Shopping for shoes is a common activity in everyday life. Whether you are shopping at a mall, a shoe store, or online, knowing the right words and phrases in English can help you find what you need and communicate clearly. We will begin with some important vocabulary. You will hear useful words such as shoes, high heels, sneakers, boots, sandals, and flats. You will also learn how to describe shoes using words like comfortable, stylish, cheap, expensive, soft, tight, and loose. Next, we will teach you how to ask questions in a store. For example, what size do you wear? Do you have this in size 7? Can I try these on? Are these on sale? These questions are very useful when you want to find the right shoes. We will also practice answers like, these are too tight, they fit perfectly, I'll take them. You will learn about colors and styles, such as black shoes, red heels, or leather boots. We will also explain how to talk about price and discounts. For example, how much are these? Is there a discount? They are on sale today. In this lesson, we will include a simple conversation between a customer and a store assistant. This will help you understand how to use the words and phrases in real life. We will speak slowly and clearly so you can repeat the sentences and practice your speaking. We will also give you tips about shopping culture in different countries. In some places, people love to bargain. In others, prices are fixed. In some countries, shopping online is more popular than going to a physical store. It's good to know how shopping habits change from place to place. At the end of this episode, you will be able to name different types of women's shoes in English, use helpful shopping phrases, ask for your size, and try on shoes. Talk about price, comfort, and color. Feel more confident when shopping in English. This episode is perfect for beginners and anyone who wants to improve their English conversation skills. You can listen and repeat after me to practice pronunciation. So get ready and let's go shopping for women's shoes in English.
More information about this podcast.
Women's footwear traditions and trends in the United States and around the world. Footwear is an essential part of women's fashion and culture across the globe. The way women choose, wear, and value their shoes reveals much about their lifestyle, social norms, and local traditions. In this text, we explore how women in the United States and selected countries from Europe, Asia, and other regions wear shoes. We will examine the popular types of shoes, cultural meanings, fashion trends, and changes over time. United States. In the United States, women's footwear culture combines both comfort and style. American women often prioritize practicality, especially in daily life. Sneakers, flats, and casual boots are among the most popular choices for everyday wear. This preference reflects an active lifestyle and a casual approach to fashion. Brands such as Nike, Adidas, and Skechers are household names and are favored not only for sports but also as fashionable everyday shoes. Over recent decades, sneaker culture has especially grown in popularity among American women. What used to be primarily men's athletic shoes have transformed into fashion statements for all genders. The rise of athleisure, combining athletic wear with casual and fashionable outfits, has led to a surge in stylish sneakers designed specifically for women. Collaborations between major sneaker brands and female designers or celebrities have made sneakers a trendy, collectible item. High heels, traditionally seen as a symbol of femininity and elegance, remain important for special occasions, business, attire, and formal events. However, since the COVID-19 pandemic, many women have shifted towards more comfortable options like low heels, flats, and loafers. The pandemic also increased online shoe shopping, which affected how women select and try on shoes. The United States has a diverse population with many cultural influences, which reflects in shoe choices. For example, some women may prefer brightly colored or uniquely designed shoes to express personal style or cultural identity. Comfort technology such as cushioned soles and ergonomic design is a key selling point for many American shoe brands. European countries and Europe. Footwear culture varies by region but generally emphasizes craftsmanship, style, and tradition. European women tend to favor well-made shoes that combine elegance with comfort. Famous fashion capitals like Paris, Milan, and London influence shoe trends worldwide. In France and Italy, high heels remain highly popular. Italian women, known for their stylish fashion sense, often wear high-heeled shoes, including stilettos, even for casual outings. These countries value luxury shoe brands and handcrafted leather shoes. Ballet flats and chic boots are also common. combining classic style with modern trends. Northern European countries such as the Netherlands, Germany, and Scandinavia have a more practical approach to footwear. Women in these regions often choose comfortable shoes suitable for walking and cold weather. Sneakers, flat boots, and weatherproof shoes are preferred, reflecting the climate and lifestyle. Minimalist design is popular, with an emphasis on durability and function. Historically, European footwear developed through centuries of tradition. High heels originated in European aristocracy as a status symbol. Over time, different shoe styles evolved, influenced by cultural shifts and technological advances. Today, Europe is home to many prestigious shoe brands known for quality and design, and European women's footwear trends often set the pace for the global market. Asian countries, women's shoe-wearing customs blend tradition and modern fashion. For example, in Japan, women often wear stylish but practical shoes, such as low heels and comfortable flats. Traditional footwear like gaita wooden clogs and zori sandals are still worn during cultural ceremonies and festivals. Japanese fashion also embraces sneakers and boots for everyday wear. In India, footwear choices range widely depending on region, occasion, and climate. Traditional shoes such as juttas embroidered leather flats are popular for weddings and festivals. Women may also wear sandals or open-toed shoes suited for the hot climate. Urban areas see a blend of Western-style shoes, including heels and sneakers, reflecting growing global fashion influence. China's urban women increasingly follow global shoe fashion trends, with high heels and designer shoes popular for formal and social events. However, comfort remains a priority, and many women choose flats or low heels for daily use. Traditional shoes are less common but still part of cultural celebrations. African and Middle Eastern countries. In many African countries, women's footwear varies greatly depending on local traditions, climate, and modernization. Sandals and open footwear are common due to the warm weather. Handmade shoes crafted from local materials reflect cultural heritage and artistry. Urban areas increasingly adopt global fashion trends, including sneakers and heels. In Middle Eastern countries, women's shoe choices can be influenced by cultural and religious norms. Modest fashion often guides shoe styles. Closed shoes, flats, and elegant heels are common, with a preference for high-quality craftsmanship and luxurious designs. Designers from the region also contribute to global footwear fashion, blending tradition with modernity, global trends, and sustainability. Wide, women's footwear trends are evolving toward comfort, style, and sustainability. Brands are introducing shoes made from eco-friendly materials and ethical production processes. There is also a growing movement for inclusive sizing and designs that accommodate diverse foot shapes and needs. Comfort remains a major factor, with styles like kitten heels, cushioned flats, and orthopedic-friendly shoes gaining popularity. Fashion shows and street style reflect a mixture of classic, modern, and retro influences. Conclusion: women's footwear customs worldwide reveal a rich tapestry of cultural values, social changes, and fashion innovations. In the United States, the focus on comfort and sneaker culture contrasts with Europe's emphasis on craftsmanship and elegance. Asian and African countries combine tradition with modern global influences, creating diverse shoe cultures. Understanding these customs helps in appreciating the role of footwear beyond mere utility as expressions of identity, culture, and fashion. As global connectivity grows, these traditions continue to influence one another, leading to exciting and inclusive footwear trends for women everywhere.
So let us know maybe what type of shoes are also very unique to your country or culture. See everyone there.
Bye.
Bye.